What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Tonight, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play fake. Murray. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Murray sacked.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Murray's pass.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That's complete to John Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Wallace. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Xavier McKinney.
The numbers a week ago for Wallace. 15 carries, 70 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
The ball carried by
a 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On 3rd down, it's Wallace. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-yard gain and a off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
2-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On the draw, they go to Geis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too. They're
obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go option here with Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jones now on 3rd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it, They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
1st down, New York.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Fights off the defender. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Barkley again the ball carrier.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
His kick is good.
And his kick is good. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. give this time to the tailback. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down now, it's Wallace. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Giants. Now Jones on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He's got his man on the crossing route. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, New York.
Jones throwing on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete.
Jones
and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the Cardinals,
eluding the pressure right.
Jones on the keeper.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Jones. He'll going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, You don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Murray now on first down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called. He had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball, and as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jones' pass complete to number 8.
That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
14.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, Murray got a man. It's Mims. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Shotgun now from Murray. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's able to find Wallace. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. Jones now. Off play action. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Daniel Jones.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes against the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on third down. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Beal. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down, New York.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40.
Number 85.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Number 20.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing, Jones. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st down, Murray. Got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Number 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
30-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time.
Intended for
And it's 3rd and 4.
Incomplete. Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Murray
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
4th down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And that's going to be caught by Coulter. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On the ground, Geis. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Murray's got to have this one, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
10-10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Pass interference. Defense.
Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL. A spot foul where it occurs.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones. That is caught at the 7. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
The kick is good.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
He gets this to Coulter complete.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. On the move to his left. He'll try and run it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to keep it here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
All right, partner.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
A loss of 8 yards. And it's 3 and out. That's the end of regulation with the score.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone. leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Waters. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time, and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
Now a play fake here on first down. Hill Bison, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jared Davis from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
16 yards, a first down. And Murray, he's going to run with it himself. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wallace. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll go with the option. Coming right. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively.
The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Here's Jones on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Jones' pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard. In overtime. Tonight,
We were just treated to an absolute